Hello friends, and welcome to lesson number 8. Here we are going to learn about the subconscious mind, because over there lies the reason for relapse. I bet it happened to you too, like most addicts who try to quit and didn't know what they are going to face and how difficult it's going to be quitting the habit. Anyone who has already tried to stop addiction knows the difficulty comes from the mind. They cannot say where in the brain it comes from, but they know it's something there that has caused them to return back to the addiction. I know that anyone who tries to stop an addiction really wants to quit, mainly because of diseases the addiction brings and the money he's wasting. And I also know that anyone who tries to stop an addiction has a voice that comes from somewhere in the mind, and this voice never stopped harassing the quitter in all sorts of sophisticated ways until he wants to climb on the wall from frustration. This voice doesn't leave until the quitter breaks down and uses the addictive substance or behavior. You know that, right? Because of that, I had to find a formula that would not only enable the conscious mind to communicate and conduct a dialogue with the subconscious mind, but also make it to do what you want to achieve, your goals in life. In February 2016, I had a pilot program for quit smoking. The headline of the program was a scheduled conversation with the subconscious mind. I immediately carried out my plan, and from that moment on, I quit smoking cigarettes without any side effect, without climbing on the walls, without depression, and without gaining weight. My life has not changed at all. I continued with my life without cigarettes. I could skip this lesson and move on straight to the rehab program, but I felt I need to bring here some notes from leading philosophers of last century, such as Freud, Jung, Marconi, and Murphy, who wrote and taught about the subconscious and its connections with addictions. The reason for this lesson is to teach you what you are going to face during the rehab process and why this time it will be successful. Shall we start? Okay, Freud thought that the subconscious mind is a wild and mystical land that controls our consciousness without our ability to recognize it or defend ourselves from it. According to Freud's mind model, the mind has 3 levels: the conscious, the pre-conscious, and the subconscious. The conscious mind is the reality we feel through the 5 senses. It is what we know, see, smell, feel, etc. The conscious is considered a small part of the total mind. The conscious is able to choose between good and bad, what's allowed and forbidden. The conscious has logic and judgment. That's why you are aware of what you are doing. Please remember that. The preconscious mind is storing thoughts that may come up sometimes in the future. You know how out of the blue, for no reason, a memory from the past arises. That's the action of the preconscious part of the mind. Now, the subconscious mind contains concepts that do not come to your everyday awareness, but mainly by dreams and actions that we do automatically. The subconscious is unable to think and make decisions like the conscious mind. The subconscious mind responds in a way that helps us to deal with pain, fear, anger, grief, and any other negative feelings. I will repeat this again because this is important and I want you to write it down and keep it in your mind. To help you in time of need, the subconscious mind responds in a way that helps you to deal with pain, fear, anger, or any other negative feeling that causes you stress. Now, for most people, the subconscious mind controls much of their decisions. For example, addicted people use the addictive substance during the day unconsciously, automatically, without any control, just like the use of cigarettes, addictive food, alcohol, and such. I will elaborate on it later on. But on the other hand, the use of the addictives during the day, it is like a cycle from which it is impossible to break free, because it begins without the person's being aware that he is addicted. On the other hand, it is difficult for someone to break free from the addictive substance, because if he tries, the level of his fear and negative emotions increases, and the subconscious mind responds to it by creating an urge to use the addictive substance or behavior. There are two reasons for that. Number one, because for years we assembled into the subconscious mind that the addictive substance or behavior dispels the fear, the burden, the nerves that are about to explode, and it also helps in any other negative feelings situation. So now the subconscious mind knows that the drug or the behavior are the savior of the time of need. Number two, science shows that addictive substances raises the level of dopamine, which in return gives us a feeling of joy and happiness. Thus, the subconscious mind knows that the drugs are available everywhere. They act fast and convenient source to raise the level of happiness and positive feeling, even if it's unreal feelings. Now, the subconscious is part of our mind, but most of us are unaware about its existence. In fact, the conscious part of the mind, with all its five senses, is much smaller than the part of the subconscious mind. So, what is the subconscious mind? It's a lot. There are all our memories, experiences, and knowledge we have acquired in our life. We store there our beliefs and behaviors, and even our biggest fears are there. But the subconscious mind also has a very dark side, because the ability of the subconscious mind to have control over us, there are times when it controls and directs our lives. The subconscious mind can create certain reality without our knowledge or becoming aware of it. Anyone who starts an addiction thinks it will be something like casual use when going out to hang out with friends on weekends and such. But to become attached to addictive substances during the day, every day, for many years, or even for life, no one who started addiction took it into account, right? Okay, let's take a break now. And in the second part of this lesson, we are going to learn why the subconscious mind that is responsible for dreams controls what addicts do every day, even when they don't want to do it. Alright friends, I'll see you in a second.